to the house that Rodney built. Notre Dame Stadium, underneath the watchful eye of Touchdown Jesus, the home of the Fighting Irish. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Virginia Cavaliers offense will have the opening possession of the game. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week, because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Right back to the well. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. He's at the 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Virginia.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Notre Dame's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't.
There he goes. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
That's caught. It's Jamison. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And the missed connection on third down.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, Oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quick pass on the jet motion. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Virginia.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, they're after him. He's going to run it. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. All right, guys, let's talk for just a moment about Virginia. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive lineman. A guy like that that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
And the Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Swings it out to his running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Motion from the back. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Takes the easy completion. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on 4th down. He has a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before. Ice in their veins. You saw it there on that completion to keep the sticks moving.
We've reached the end of the period. It's Virginia holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Handoff from the shotgun. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Cavaliers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
The play action fake. Bringing the heat. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt is on its way. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. To the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Using the quick game. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They boot it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
The Cavaliers in a good spot here with second and short. Give to the running back. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Rushes on him. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time. But you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, just nothing happening that time for the QB, right? RPO keeps it. He's trying to throw, nobody there. He tries to buy time, getting out to his right-hand side, but the defense took everything away and just forced the quarterback to have to eat the football.
Reads it, fires complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. And this one splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Georgia is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been sicking them since the opening kickoff. They're up 14 over Alabama. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And the Cavaliers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Mills. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Using his legs to buy some time. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Cavaliers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obvious.
Breaks into the open. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Notre Dame lines up quickly. To the air on 1st down. Hauls it in. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a 1st down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a 3rd time.
Trying to find the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Irish!
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He might want another play. Sends it back in motion. And back to the air on 2nd down. Buying some time. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's McDowell. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. And the Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Under fire. He makes the grab. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas there in the shadows of Touchdown Jesus.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Cavaliers will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Plucks it out of the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Pulls it in down the sideline. Off to the races. Inside, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Action on 1st down. Under fire. Hard in the backfield. It's McDowell. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tagged.
Well, after not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Throws for the tight end. He makes the catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Cavaliers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
They'll try to get it through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on third down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the first down.
It's complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down. Intercepted to stop the threat. Got some room to run. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Notre Dame. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Bringing it out. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily...
There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. No matter where they are on the field, they'll go for those chunk plays, and they got one that has them set up 1st and 10 at the 42. Looking downfield on 1st down. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. This time on target. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Here come the Irish back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Looking to pick up a first down on third and short from the 43.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is
turning it on. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's a hit. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Quarterback making adjustments. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Unloads to the right. Makes a catch. Converts on fourth down. Is still on his feet. And the Cavaliers in the hurry up.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
The Cavaliers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Back to pass. Finds his target down the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field. So somebody
makes the grab past the marker. And the Cavaliers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on that.
They'll move the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the back. It's on target and complete. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the...
And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. You know, there's no real reason to panic if you think about it. When does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics. I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.